everyone. Welcome to the joint Cal State San Marcos and Mira Costa College Calc-Boost program. So our two schools have joined together to create a program that focuses support for students as you transition from Calculus 1 to Calculus 2. It's a boot camp style program with focused review on key topics from Calculus 1, as well as study tips and strategies to help increase your success in Calculus 2. Additional support is found through our peer tutors at both Cal State San Marcos and Mira Costa College, as well as any online support through Canvas with MyOpenMath. So the program remains at no cost to the students. We have facilitators at both campuses. You'll meet Jen Britch at Cal State San Marcos and Scott Falstrom, that's me, at Mira Costa College. And we have behind-the-scenes support from our co-PIs, Andre Kungden at CSUSM, and Shannon Myers at Mira Costa College. We're really grateful to be financially supported through a grant from the California Educational Learning Lab. You can check them out at calearninglab.org. Let's talk briefly about our expectations for this program. The program runs for 4 days in person, January 18th through 21st. Be sure to attend class. You must attend at least one each day, and you can choose Cal State San Marcos for the morning session or Mira Costa College for the evening session. You can also stay for an additional in-person assistance with program materials or any of the MyOpenMath modules. Those additional hour-long in-person assistance lasts from 11 till noon at Cal State or from 5 to 6 p.m. at Mira Costa College. We will also offer additional online support through Zoom, both Mira Costa and Cal State tutors, between noon and 5 p.m. Don't forget, you must complete at least 80% of the MyOpenMath modules. There are 10 content modules. At least 80% of each module must be completed. We do recommend completing all of the modules, but we understand that sometimes you may not hit your goal of hitting everything, so the minimum is the 80%. And always ask questions if you have any. Jen Bridge at Cal State, Scott Falstrom at Mira Costa, we're here to help. Well, let's take time for a brief overview and jump into Canvas. So we are going to be using a free website for Canvas. InStructure is the name of it. So the first thing you'll need to do is create a free basic Canvas account. So to do that, you click on the line that says create a free basic Canvas account here. And so you can click on that and then create your account. Make sure you validate it. You will get an email that says, hey, you're joining. Once you've joined, you can log in and you'll send your information to Scott Falstrom, sfalstrom@miracosta.edu, and you'll be added to this Calc-Boost program. Now when you jump into the program, let me click on Student View to kind of show you what it looks like for the students. So this is the home page, and the video I'm making right now will go right here, so that should be up. It might look a little bit different. The Zoom link will be located here, so you can join us for online Zoom support. You have an introductory module right below it. You can simply click on the image to get started. And once you do the introductory module, all the other module links are below, so you can jump to any link you want. Algebra Review, Limits, Derivatives Part 1, Trigonometry, Trigonometry Changing, so looking at derivatives, Part 2, and always be sure of yourself with Derivatives Part 3. That's going to involve the chain rule and really linking all of the concepts together. And we're going to keep growing with integrals. There are 3 portions on integrals, depending on the kind of topics that we're looking at. And the very last one we're going to make sure we get you ready for is sequences and series. That should help you lead right into Calculus 2. Let me scroll back up to the top. So here's the start. Once I click on this, it will take me into the introductory modules. And the introductory module says Get Started Now. I do have to complete this module in order to move into the other modules that will be located below. Those modules will actually be locked. So I'm going to click on the Collapse All, And so you can see once I get done with that prerequisite, they will open. Every one of them has a prerequisite of Get Started Now. So what I do is simply click on it, come in, and I can take a look at the program itself by clicking on an item. And then as I read over it, and I'll let you read over it at your own pace, down at the bottom, you'll see the Next button. And once you click Next, you'll be ready to go. You can move through each one by clicking Next. There's a discussion board here. We're going to practice this so you have a way to ask questions and have them answered digitally. For this one, we're just going to have you type your name, your school, your major, post. So what you do is click right here in this reply box. And there is a little image here to assist where you can start your post, where you can see the ones that are unread, and you can collapse or expand the threads right here with these two icons. If you haven't used Canvas before, you can simply type in here. You can also upload images directly into the box. You can upload a document, and you can include a link if you prefer. Once you're done, you simply have to post your reply by clicking Post Reply. So I'm going to type something in briefly, just so you can see what happens when someone posts a reply. And others can reply to that student by clicking on the reply box directly under it. So these are threaded replies, just like many other social media items. I'm going to cancel that one for now. When you're done, just click Next and you can move on forward. Make sure you read about our expectations. We do have respect guidelines that we expect. We'll be doing some things in person and we'll be doing some things online. And we want this to be absolutely positive experience for all of you. So please follow the guidelines of netiquette. Remember the human at the other end. Adhere to the same standards of behavior. Make sure that you understand you're not the center of everything, and understand that we need to be passionate about our responses, but also make sure that we're empathetic of others. And remember, we all make mistakes. That's part of growing. So work here to help others get through the program as well. Plus, you might be able to find a good community that you can rely on as you move into calculus too. And we'll end with a discussion board. You can always come to this discussion board for any technical questions, whether it's Canvas question, a math question, or general questions. So feel free to put a post right in here at any time, and it will go to our staff. Once you finish that, I'm going to click on the home screen on the left-hand side. Now that'll take me right back to the main home page. As I scroll down, all of these additional items are now open for me. So if I want to start working on the algebra review, I can just click on it and start. It automatically opens into the 4 components of this module. Now these are different components, different assignments, totally up to you on which one you want to start with. Let's say I want to start with factoring. So I click on it and I can simply resume or start. It's going to ask me to factor. I can choose to answer this question. Now, I'm going to answer this question quickly and see what happens when I get it incorrect. So I didn't get the full point for this one. Now I can move on to the next question, or I can choose to redo this one and get a similar question. On the right hand side, you'll notice that you have 99 more times you can get a similar question. So there shouldn't be an issue with you getting a problem and trying it until you can kind of say, okay, I can understand that idea, I get it. So here, for example, again, kind of depending on how you're choosing to go about doing these problems, but let's just say you wanted to factor this one. And so you factor right there. Now notice the 7 times 7 gives me 49, but one has to be positive, one has to be a negative. And so I'm going to put a negative on this one, and I'm going to submit my question, and I can see that, hey, I got it completely right. And you'll see the green when it gets it correct, and you'll also see a check mark up here. Whenever you're ready, you can click on the next question. You can click on the top to get to your next question, or you can do a drop down to select a question if you think you have one that you'd like to jump to. So once I finish that assignment, or I work through it until I feel like I want to work on something else, I can then go back to the modules. and jump to the piece that I want to: factoring, rationals, long division, or functions. All of the different modules as you go down can be expanded by clicking on the icon that looks like a little triangle. Scrolling up to the top, you can also collapse all of them if it's a little bit easier to look at and jump to. And don't forget, if you're ever stuck, you can always scroll back up to the top, hit that home button, and it'll take you back to the main screen. Alright, I'm going to leave the student view here briefly. I'm going to jump down to one additional module that we're including, and it's a module about success tips. In these modules, there are short videos to watch that give you some success tips, as well as bonus video topics and reflection questions. The goal is to provide you with the support you need to succeed in your next course. So we hope that you'll watch through these, take some notes for yourself, maybe even think about ways you can do things different in Calculus 2. I know I speak for everyone to say that we're excited for this program, and we hope that it's very successful for you. And as always, reach out if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions. Thank you so much, and as always, off you go.